just some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Appalachian State's offense takes the field. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Crosses the 30 and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop block on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Looking downfield, it's Swan. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Georgia Southern's offense will get the ball for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cobb. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Touch pass on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking to pass. It's French. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Looking to throw, it's Swann. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again. And
the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He takes it at the 45. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Dallas. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Works the middle of the field. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's French. Quick strike complete. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Back to pass, it's French. They're setting up the screen. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Cobb. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Dallas. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
The Appalachians stayed faithful, raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. To the air, it's French. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Eagles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead. You've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Got a man, it's Strowman.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Swan. Picked off, what a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.